friends. Today I'm going to talk about the M33, the NAD M33. And you do not often hear me talking about new stuff. Yes, when there is like the GBL amplifier, the so-called vintage, brought in the vintage jacket, the GBL amplifier. I talk about that amplifier, I don't even hear the sound. But I explain to you why this thing is just a bad product, you know. And even if I do not hear the sound, because you should expect that something costing 3,000 euro in the shop, over 3,000 euro, should sound perfect. So even if it sounds perfect, I did not like the product because of the design. And that NAD M33 is something completely else. It doesn't have a vintage look, but I so love this design and everything it can do, and that's why I followed that product. It is on my list, although it is a little bit expensive. I will not buy it now, but maybe in a few years when I find a good price on the second-hand market, maybe 2, 3, maybe 5 years, not sure, I can find it for a very good price. If prices goes down, then maybe I want to buy a NAD M33. So this NAD M33 was reviewed by many. Also Andrew Robinson, he have a YouTube channel, the name is Andrew Robinson. We have something in common, our name, yeah. We are both Andrews, but that's the only similarity I could discover between us. Because Andrew is together with Scene from Zero Fidelity. They are the best smooth talkers on tech, on audio stuff, on YouTube. Those two guys, Scene from Zero Fidelity and Andrew Robinson. From Scene, I think, well, he's the best salesman ever. This guy can talk smooth, and in a way everybody can follow him. He doesn't go too fast. Andrew Robinson sometimes go too fast, sometimes I have to go back. What did he exactly say? I have to rewind it. That's lucky YouTube have that possibility. You do not have to start the video all over again. You can go back a few seconds and to see what he meant, because my English is not that good, my friends. When I first started my audio channel, I had many complaints, many questions why you do not make this audio channel in Dutch. Well, the reason was because I already knew that if I would start this channel in Dutch, I only had these subscriptions and not so many viewers. Yeah, so that's why I started this in English. And after 11 years, my words, I do not have to think long for some words, where in the past when I was just started, I had to think for some words very long and I had to cut many times. The first, I think 20, 50 videos, I had to cut maybe 10 or 15 times in a video, because it was delayed by thinking what was the right word I had to use in that sentence, yeah. Now everything goes smooth. I still cutting in some videos, but not more as 3, 4 times in a very long video, and sometimes I do not cut at all. I also do not use a teleprompter, yeah, because when Andrew was talking, and I love his video, he's my favorite, yeah, from YouTube. Nothing wrong about Andrew, but this guy talks so fast that I think, how can you connect the dots in your brains with the right words? So sometimes I think he is using a teleprompter. Sometimes I do not have a proof of that, yeah, but because he's talking so fast, I think, how is it possible somebody can find the right words without any mistake? Because I see when somebody cuts a video, I can see that. You also probably can see this, and he never cuts in video. So I think, okay, this guy is reading from a teleprompter. How else can he talk like this fast and connecting the dots, say the right things what we want to say without making any mistake. There are only a few people who can talk like this, my friends. So, but even if he use a teleprompter, nothing but good words from Andrew, because if he use a teleprompter, that means he plays more time in his video, he take it serious. I never use a teleprompter. When I start making a video, I'm thinking, okay, how do I start this video, you know? And that's the only thing what I'm thinking. And when I know how to start this video, I know the rest. The rest of the video will come automatically, yeah? So, but Andrew Robinson, one time, I think 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, he reviewed that Crown XLS 1002 or 2502. That's a PA power beast. And what I did not expect is that Andrew told in that video that it is as good or sometimes even better than some expensive high-end stereo amplifiers. And from that moment on, I believed his words, because I do not believe words from every reviewer. You know, I already told you that most reviewers who review the new stuff are working for the industry, because let's be honest, my friends, if they would say to a certain amplifier or speakers, oh, this is not, you should not buy this stuff, it is not good, then they lose that customer. That customer will never trust that reviewer anymore. They get all that stuff from the industry. And I will not say names, but Andrew never said that, is that they have questioned, why do you always review everything positive? And you know what they say? Because we don't like to review the bad stuff, to put our time in bad stuff. But that's the reviewing all about, my friends. You have to warn your viewers, hey, stay away from this because I discovered this. It's part of the reviewing job. The bad stuff also. But these guys have a story already finished and they have all the same story. I do not like to review the bad stuff. You know, okay. Anyway, Andrew Robinson, I trust. And so he's one of the 2 top reviewers, I think, in smooth talking, you know, because he's a smooth talker. His English is perfect, not like me. And he talks so fast that I sometimes have to rewind to see to see what he was saying, you know. But okay, Andrew also reviewed that NAD M33, and when Andrew reviewed that thing, the NAD M33 had a value. So when it first came on the market, it had a value from €5,000 or $5,000. At the moment, it costs €6,700, so €1,700 more expensive than when it first came out. And that's not good for me, because normally if you have tech, if you have computers, if you have cameras, amplifiers, you have when it first comes out in the shop, sometimes you have a promotion price, but in the case from the NAD M33, it didn't have a promotion price. The price was just $5,000 or €5,000. And the thing is, I do not often follow new amplifiers because they are too expensive. And, I mean, an amplifier is an amplifier. I mean, why would I follow new Accuphase amplifiers if they are 12,000 in the shop? Not interesting for me, my friends. Yeah, before they reach the price I can pay, we are 20 years in the future. You understand? If that amplifier what costing now 12,000 is affordable for me. We are 20 years in the future, yeah. But that nut was 5,000 euro. So I thought, okay, that is a device. If I now had, so when it first came out, before I saw the review from Andrew Robinson, if I wanted to spend 5,000 in the shop, I think the NAD M33 will be in my top 3 list. Not because of that it have a vintage look, no, it have its own look, but I think it is just a beautiful, it even have VU meters, you know. If you want to see VU meters, you can see VU meters. They thought about everything, So I thought, okay, I followed those reviews from other guys, and then I saw that review from Andrew, and Andrew told in that review something what made me doubt this nut. He told in that video, it is too analytic, it is a boring, and in the end it is a boring amp. It does everything good, 100%, but it is too analytic. I trust Andrew Robinson in his honesty, but I do not trust his ears, because when he made that video into the crown, it is also on my list, that crown. When I can score it cheap, I want to see if he is right. But it is hard to believe that an amplifier from 500 euro new in the shop, with 2 times 200 or 300 watt, the channel, can sound as good as a high-end amplifier for 5,000 euro, my friends. But Andrew was clear in his video that he believed in this sound, and he loved that sound, the D-class amplified sound. And others also reviewed that crown, but had a different opinion. So whose ear you have to trust? This reviewer or that reviewer? Now, I know that Andrew Robinson is very honest. I know he is not that deep in the pocket from the industry. Everybody is at a certain level, you know, even if you are completely honest. I mean, I'm honest to you now, my friends. If I was working for the industry and I had only new things in my house, and I know, okay, I'm depending on these guys, because if I do not get stuff from them anymore, I'm out of job. I have nothing to review anymore. You understand what I mean? I have to buy it. You cannot buy this stuff, it's too expensive for every reviewer. But so when I was in their shoes reviewing new stuff, even if you want to be 100% honest, do you understand? I think sometimes you will leave things out of your story to stay honest, you know, because I think for every device you can say, okay, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good. Yeah, and I think I would not lie, but I think I would left things out of my story. But in a way that is not lying in my view, but you do not tell the whole story, okay? But from Andrew, I noticed that he is very honest, very honest, very, very honest, because of that crown. I never expect that a reviewer from high-end stuff would give such an opinion from that crown, that D-class amplifier crown with that XLS engine, yeah. And that nut, I expected he would say, okay, the nut is perfect, buy it, go to the shop, but he told something in that video that in a way he liked everything about this amplifier, but it was too analytic, and in his view, and that's not something a reviewer he is a top reviewer. Andrew Robinson is not like me. I'm just reviewing the old stuff for you, the cheap stuff. I have a different public, yeah. I do not have the public from Andrew or Sean. Those guys are willing to spend more money for their stereo equipment. But Andrew Robertson I trust, and then I, watched the prices last week from that nut, and I suddenly discovered that that nut is now 6,700 euro. So that get me thinking, why is it 6,700 euro? So when an amplifier costs 1,700 euro more at a certain moment in the shop, that means that NAD is selling them for 600 euro more. That means they calculated 600 euro more for their end product from the factory off. So I do not believe that those few chips inside that that amplifier rose with 600 euro. I do not believe that at all. Yeah, I know prices rose, but from chips, because there's a chip shortage, but not with 600 euro, my friends. No, what it is that NAD discovered that they hit the jackpot with that M33. And they see that it is a very popular amplifier. It have everything. It have the power 2 times 200 watt. It is also D-class amplified, so it doesn't have that extreme weight. And according to Andrew Robertson and more reviewers, the sound is very good. But according to Andrew, it is too analytic. And I do not like analytic sound. I had a few amplifiers in my house in the past. They were too analytic, and that's the reason why I did not like them. But okay, I trust Andrew in his honesty, and I think he is not, if he is in the pocket from the industry, he is not that deep in the pocket, and but I do not trust his ears, because I still cannot believe that that crown, the cheap crown XLS, is so good as he described it. But okay, I have to be honest, I did not hear, it is on my list. I try to score one for cheap, you know how I am. I try to score everything, because I do not have those lines with the industry that those guys send me their stuff. No, I have to score it myself, and because I am curious. If the words from Andrew are true, then you have for a few $100 you have a brand new amplifier in your house, D-class amplifier, doesn't use much power, because the reason why I do not play my Wilson R8 tube amplifier at the moment, and I'm playing my Sansui G3000 at the moment, is that I just love that Sansui G3000. But my Sansui G3000 only used 25 watt of power. And that Wilson, have the same power, 2 times 30 watt, but that use 185 power from electricity, and electricity now is expensive. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped spinning that Wilson R8. I'm thinking about selling this thing, put it on Marktplaats, find a seller, find a buyer, because I do not think I will use it again. And for some of you, you think, well, Andrew, what is 158 watts of power? Well, if you calculate 158 watt of power, and that is spinning for 4 hours a day, and so every day 4 hours, and even with these prices we pay now for electricity, it is not expensive. But you have to keep in your mind that music is playing in my house the moment I wake up, and the music stops playing here at the moment I'm going to bed. Even when I am on my computer watching a movie, my music is on. My music never goes out. I only put it at a low level, but in the background I always hear my music playing. This is me, I think it's stupid. And I'm the same as my mother. When I visit my mother, she have the same thing. Her television is on and her music is on. She have the same thing. So probably I have it from my mother, because it is strange when you're watching a video, a movie, or a football play. I'm a football lover. I still have in the background my music playing. So that's the reason why, one of the reasons why I spin my vintage Soundsuite G3000 at the moment, because it only used 25 watt of power. I love that sound, and I don't feel I missed something in the sound. Yeah? And that Wilsonton, yeah, it is a tube amp, and every tube amp, it's not an A-class device, my friends, and happy it is not. I do not like A-class devices, because they are killing you. I mean, if I would play on an A-class device the way I play music, it would kill me with the price I have to pay for electricity on the end of the year. You understand? So A-class is not for me, and I discovered that also tube amplifiers is not for me, because it draws too much power from the socket. Yeah, so that's the reason. But okay, D-class amplifier is the most cheapest way to amplify sound. I mean, it hardly use electricity. So also for that reason I was interested in that Crown XL. Those, well, not that, they have more. You have those XLS amplifiers in smaller 2x100, 2x150, up to I think 2x500, 2x600 watt. Unbelievable, my friends. And if you compare the power you get from a new amplifier and with some high-end gear in those high-end stereo shops, oh my god, the difference is huge. But according to Andrew Robinson, he loved that sound. So go and watch that video from him. He I think a few years ago, and there were others who were not that positive about that Crown. Well, most of them loved that amplifier, but they didn't went so far as Andrew Robinson to say it is an equal sound, equal quality, or even better. They didn't go that far. That's why I like Andrew Robinson. Okay, that NAD M33, it was on my list. I am following that thing, because you never know. Somebody put it as a second-hand device, he's not happy with the sound, or I don't know why he isn't happy, put it on second-hand market for €2,500. But that are only dreams. I do not think in the near future, in the coming 2-3 years, you can find that thing for €2,500 for the half of the price. And that's because it is a popular thing, and now it is €6,700. So the gap between 2,500 and 6,700 is even bigger. So that's a pity, because I would never pay 5,000 for an amplifier. 2.5 for the M33? Yes, 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 my friends, yes. So much I like this, because it have a power for 2x200 watt. More than enough. It is D-class amplified, so it is a cheap amplifier in usage. It doesn't. If you spend 12 hours a day a device, and it is an A-class device, it will kill you. But that NAD is very cheap. It is a D-class device, my friends. Plus, it is a beautiful thing. Plus, it has few meters if you want. And it really have everything. It have the blue sound built in, everything, my friends. This thing is, you can even connect a subwoofer. The thing is really a fantastic, for the price, €5,000, it is a fantastic device. But what I believe is that, like many brands, many smart people in those factories, they think, okay, this M33, so those NAD people, it is a very popular thing. because I mean, the guys who are willing to spend 5,000 and more for an amplifier, they also see that NAD M33. They compare that NAD 33 with other amplifiers in the same price class. And then they come to the conclusion, well, if we have that NAD M33, we don't need a blue sound. We don't need this, we don't need that, because everything is built in this one machine. It is D-class, it is cheap, the sound is perfect, they have big power, and it has VU meters. Of course, that's a joke, because not everybody think like I do, and I love those VU meters, but it have, even if those VU meters are, well, from a screen, but they are there. And so this thing have really everything. And so it is in the picture of those people, those persons who are willing to pay 4,000 euro amplifiers and more. Yeah. And I think that NAD M33 is at the moment a best-selling amplifier, because they do not have a competition. You know, the M10, when they first came out with that M10, I think, okay, it's not the thing people are willing to buy, but that M33, I think, is in that price class the best-selling amplifier at the moment, because it have everything. I think, I do not have numbers, but my feelings say it is the best-selling amplifier at the moment in that price class. So what did these guys do from that? They discovered that, and they say, oh, you know what? We make it 600 euro more expensive, and we say that it is because of the more expensive chips, but we will sell it anyway, because it is this popular. People are even, they did a little bit calculation, you know, and they say, okay, people were still buying it. They will still buy this amplifier in the shop, even if it is 36% higher in price now. 36%. Well, my friends, do not believe everything you see or read. The chips, they are not, I mean, those chips, if you put all those chips together, what they need for that amplifier, yeah, there are not that many chips in that amplifier. They didn't rose 36%, no, my friends, no, my friends, and they just calculate. I think maybe they had some more cost. I think between 100 and 200 euro maximum, and the rest, so the 400, what is left, they just put above the price. They, okay, this is a good selling amplifier. We have a good alibi. Our alibi is inflation, and chips rose in price, and that's why we make the price so high now, because of the chip shortage, because of the inflation. It is a lot of factories use that alibi from inflation and chips as a selling their product much higher. But 36%, I mean, if it was 10%, I can understand, you understand, but 36%. So that's why, unfortunately for me and many others who are waiting until this M33 is comes on the market as a second-hand device, they can now forget that good price, because yes, if it is 6,700 in the shop, you will not find that amplifier in the coming 5 years below 3,000 euro, my friends. Unbelievable. No, I do not think it will drop in the coming 5 years, because the price now is so high. But okay, this was the video I wanted to make. If you want to know more about this M33, goes to Andrew Robertson's website, but also not his website, but his YouTube channel, but also try to find other reviews. There are other reviews from that M33. I will never buy it, so I will never review it for you. It is too expensive for me, my friends. Even if Andrew's conclusion was that it was too analytic, I trust the guy 100%, yeah, but what I told you before, but his ears, I'm not sure if what he heard, maybe if I heard that amplifier, I am in love. I say, oh my God, this is it, this is the final amplifier for me. But you know, everybody have different ears. So, but if I would believe his ears, then if it is really too analytic, yeah, even then maybe I would like the product, because it is so complete. And the 5,000 euro was much, but if you saw what it had, so when it came out, people are talking, oh, it's too expensive, the price is not good, you know. So what would those same people say now, when the price is 36% higher in value? Okay, well, this was my video for today. I hope you like it, and keep tuning, my friends. For now I say ciao ciao.